Good morning and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am one of your hosts, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and let me introduce your other host, Crystal Morency.
Hello, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
I'm pretty good, Dino. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm having a great day. It's been...
Are you really?
No, I actually am. Okay. So, despite, I guess in spite of Crystal sending me a video to watch literally 10 minutes ago, I'm assuming she wants to talk about it, which I'm like, seriously? 10 minutes? 10 minutes before we start. You're going to, really? Okay. And the video was only 9 minutes long. It's like, listen, fuck you. I'm still not watching this shit. Okay? Fucking dickhole. But
okay, can I tell you what it was about? Really quickly, because
it was about. I saw what it was about. It was about Apple's their foray into augmented reality.
Yeah,
which
augmented reality.
Fucking terrifying. Okay, that's like literally walking around with filters on everything.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fucking mental.
Well, that's what they're already have their Apple tablet or whatever, and that's got it on it, apparently. That's got that feature on it.
That is out of control.
Yeah, isn't it terrible? It's happening, Dino. Like, they're coming for us. They're watching you. Well, technically, they're watching us right now because we're showing everybody us, so...
That's true. That is... They are technically watching us, but at least we're asking to be watched. It's different, right? It's not the same.
I like to be watched.
I like to be watched when I want to be watched. Not in general.
Yeah, true. I don't really want to be watched.
It's very creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
You know what? Like,
super creepy.
Only, like, there's a certain confidence you get when you're in a serious relationship, and you get the opportunity to see how men act around women, and you're like, wow, it's so fucking creepy. Like, and you see them, they're like, yeah. Hey, and you're like, that's not a thing, man. That's not. No one's gonna be like, oh, I like that one. That one with the creepy kill me face. Yeah, that's definitely the guy for me. Like.
It's really weird how some men do think, though. It's like I've been hit on by, and you want to give them credit, though, in a way. You're like, well, but then again, you're like, how do you see me? Like, and then you get insulted because you're like, oh, that's how you see me? Like,
see, and you know what? Don't take it personal. Men are just that stupid. That's actually what it is. Men are that dumb. We don't actually have an understanding.
I love the vagina in you.
So I didn't actually clearly hear what you said through Zoom, so I'm not really sure what it was, and it sounded like something inappropriate, but we're going to say it wasn't, and we're going to move on from it. So, no,
it's still going to be in the video.
I know, and you know what? It's going to be funny, but that's okay. That's because I'm going to be like, yeah. And she was like, we'll just kill everyone. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. That's, yeah. No, that's, no. So this is the funny thing.
I love this, the married man in you, I guess I'll say, instead of what I said.
His Majesty the Plumpness has returned. Fucking hell. This is the worst name I've ever heard in my life. I love it. It's fantastic.
You brought it up. I didn't bring it up.
Oh, it's definitely you. It's definitely actually, you called me the Plumpness. And I added His Majesty. I really didn't. I added His Majesty because I'm awesome that way.
I gotta tell you that I totally said that I love the vagina in you. Because of all
I thought that's what you said. I'm like, no, she wouldn't have said that. That sounds ridiculous. Because I'm a man and I don't have a vagina.
Some of the things you say, it's like you have one. Like you get it. You get it.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Like, look, we've said this before. I'm like a really good 1950s husband. I try and bring home the bacon, but I don't really do anything else. I'm pretty shitty in that, but like I don't beat people. I'm not violent. I try and make people laugh. But I'm not really going to do much else on top of that. So it's like, the least I could do is try and understand your plight. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
I think that's fair. You're not going to build us a house, but you're going to get us.
Exactly. Like, listen, and I could build a house, but I'm just like, that's not really my skill set. I'd rather do something else, pay someone to build a house, because I know I can't build you the best house, right? So it's not me being just late. Like, I am lazy. There's no question about that. But what I'm saying is that I know someone can build a better house.
Just don't build houses.
I would rather them build you a great house, and I will fund it because I know the house I'm going to be at some point. I'll be like, I just cut holes in the ground. We don't really need toilets. It's not a big deal. We'll have like a splash pad.
Dino.
Yeah.
I keep trying to peek like this, like as if I could see your shirt, because I really want to see what your shirt says.
My shirt, it says, if you're into chubby bearded guys, then hello.
Oh my god. Mine says Toronto Blue Jays, so I might as well say if you're into white trash white girls.
God damn it, Crystal! I'm trying to find Crystal a good manslave.
No, remember I have that date this weekend.
Nah,
I'm
sorry.
really kind of. Can I tell you my honest opinion on this whole situation?
I haven't give you the blessing, so I can't really.
Well, no, because I have to tell you my opinion. I want your feedback on this whole situation.
Sure, why don't we fucking talk about relationships? Yeah, why not? The fuck I gotta do?
We didn't pick a subject.
We didn't pick a subject.
So let me do this.
So tell me about this guy. No names,
so
no names.
This is my first date. No names. No, but he already knows that I've been talking about him, and he knows about our podcast, and he likes it. So he's gonna watch it. So, but we're already gonna have gone on the date anyways by the time he sees it. So it's cool.
So by the magic of time travel, we're going to figure everything out.
Okay, so through the magic of time travel, so this is the first guy that I've gone out with in a long time.
Okay.
Like a long time.
All right.
And me being crazy, I'm like, I'm going to go into the woods. And because I love camping. So I'm like, why not kill two birds with one stone?
Definitely not how that works.
So I'm going camping with this guy.
Don't kill birds when you go camping.
Wait for it. Okay, wait for it. His name is Mike. I have to say his name. Okay, but the creepy thing about it is that my stepdad's name is Mike. And I already have like enough weird issues. Do you think I should like I can't imagine, because I haven't had sex in a long time, so I would imagine that we're gonna have sex, but I don't really want to scream out Mike.
So
Ew.
okay, so
like I don't even want to say that because it grosses me out even like contemplating
there are multiple easy solutions here. Okay, now we talked about before, you could scream out your own name.
I've been doing way too much of that lately.
You know what? I think it's a good test. You're in the middle of the woods. Suddenly somebody hears you yell, Crystal. It's in the dark, most likely, let's say.
I already awkwardly laugh during sex. Don't put that in my head.
Here's a tip for free to everyone. Don't laugh during sex. Men get very confused and they'll lose a hard-on if they're not as much of a pervert.
I'm such a comedian. Because
you'll laugh and they're thinking
in my head.
They're like, what did I do wrong to make her laugh?
Everything makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. You got to fight that.
Everything makes me laugh, though. Like, I can't help it.
Okay, so
it's really funny to me.
If you feel you're going to laugh, just put your hand behind your own head and push it down as hard as you can. No, that's a joke. I'm just joking. I'm really just joking.
But that's exactly why I do that. That way I shut myself up.
So that was the funny answer I had.
So anyways,
which was pretty good. I just feel like someone's, just by random coincidence, someone will have seen this, and then like they were camping in the same area, and they were freaked out by like somebody just screamed Crystal in the middle of the night, and they didn't know what was going on. So they're gonna watch this. They're like, she screamed her own fucking name, and I think that would be awesome. Yeah. I think that would be a great story.
It would be a great story.
I think so.
It would be a great story. But do I do it like for the first time? Like I was supposed
Definitely
to say
not.
this for my forever
Definitely not.
penis. Do you think my forever penis is gonna share this is the same name? As what you said?
Number one, never call it your forever penis, ladies. That is rule number one. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. You know, as much as
Tell me about
listen,
it.
as much as women feel pressure, because I know they do. Trust me when I say this, men feel pressure on the same side. And remember, and you know, this is a little bit crass, but especially as a man gets older, there are times when an intimate interaction can cause a lot of undue stress, and then there can be certain issues. And many men suffer for it, and it's not a big deal, okay? And, you know, that happens. So when you add pressure or you start laughing during the moment, this can cause, you know, undue anxiety and ruin a moment. A lot of the times.
I have been told that I demasculate men.
You emasculate men. You emasculate men.
That's it.
Don't worry, there's a whole scene for that. They're called incels. You don't really want to hang out with them. They're not very nice. They tend to do horrible things.
It's just because I like to take out my own garbage and I can chop my own wood, and I don't need a man. I want a man. Is there a difference? There's a difference between
huge difference. Absolutely.
But men want to be needed. But men want to be needed so bad, and I try but I'm just. I got me. I'm not a damsel in distress.
Okay, so there's a few.
I am emotionally.
There's a few different. See, this would be so much easier if we were up. I really can't wait until we can start recording in person, just because there's a lot. This is like a 3.5 hour podcast that actually has to happen. So I'm gonna do my best. And guys, men, women, children, old people, even weirdos. We're not experts. I'm not an expert. I'm just somebody who is. I'm that kind of crazy that like I don't try and kill people. I just dig deeper and deeper and deeper because I just want to know.
Fuck, you rushed me so much I didn't get a fork, and now I have to eat salad with my food.
What a fucking loser. So, are you kidding me? I even made an iced coffee. I'm fancy. I'm fancy beans today. Okay.
I have my water bottle, my cold burger, and my salad with no fork.
Sounds like an Oshawa special. That's what I call that. That's the Oshawa treat, people. There's a San Francisco treat, and then there's the Oshawa treat. The Oshawa treat is a cold burger, salad with your fingers, and a bottle of water that you is not your first time using. Let's put it that way. Let's call it that. That sounds like the Oshawa treat. That's a good, that works. Yeah.
It is my first time. I'm such a water bottle whore. And there's somebody that makes a joke. Oh, fuck it, I'm going to ruin it. And I'm so sorry to whoever makes it. But they're talking about how, like, we're so stupid that we pay for water. I think it's Chris Rock that says, like, we pay for fucking water bottles.
Yeah.
Like, we pay for water.
We literally pay for plastic with free water inside. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then we litter. I don't litter. I recycle.
You know what?
Which is
I will
bad.
admit it. I used to litter, and then I realized how important every little bit counts, and I stopped littering, and I do my best not to. I do still smoke and throw butts, but even then I try and I'll squeeze out the ash and then throw the butt into the garbage if I can.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like,
I put them in my pockets, and my pockets end up full of.
Don't put it in your pockets. Find a garbage. Don't do that. That's rule number one. Don't ash out in your own pockets, people. It sets the wrong tone.
No, not ash out. Put the butts in there after you do the thing.
Still worse, because then it's a pungent, dry smell. It's not good. It's not good for the romance, people. I know.
I'm quitting. I'm quitting smoking because I don't want to be gross.
No one likes a quitter. No one likes a quitter. Okay.
I've quit everything else. I'm not gonna quit pot. I'm just smoking cigarettes because they're gross, and I'm getting older, and I'm gonna just look gross. I'm gonna be like.
I don't know what that face was, but I think Crystal just had a stroke.
I want to look like fucking Jennifer Aniston hot, like when I'm 50.
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston, she's pretty attractive, but yeah. I don't know.
For 50
Nose job
years
goes a long way,
old?
right? I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I know, that kind of plastic surgery. So I need to be Jennifer Aniston rich.
When you have to,
in order to be Jennifer
well, you
Aniston
have to
hot.
have money for that kind of good plastic surgery, because you see people who have bad plastic surgery. We talked about it yesterday, where they're just like, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Whoa, man, that's
Whoa.
It's hard enough, and you know what? I'm very guilty of this, and I feel bad. Like when I see someone who's got like something messed up, like a messed up hand or something, I will stare and be like, and I will ask, be like, "That's messed up. What happened?" You know? And people are like, "That's rude," and I'm like, "It's not really. I'm not being impolite." People ask me how come I'm fat. I'm like, "Because I eat a lot and I do fuck all." It's very simple. It's a easy equation, but.
But it's okay though, because like my mission in life is always to try to make the people around me comfortable. It's been actually for like my own personal safety, for business,
True.
for every wise. You want to make the people around you, even when you're up on stage, you want to make everybody comfortable with you. Like you're hanging out, like feel like hey, we're all buddies.
Yeah.
And technically I don't have buddies. So yeah, everybody that I meet in public is my buddy.
So for all the same.
But you want to make everybody.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you just want to make everybody comfortable, right? And by making jokes and by making somebody like feel like, hey, ew, look at that, what happened? Like, it makes people comfortable. That's why like dirty, like weird jokes are cool. Like cunty's cool because fuck whatever.
Listen.
If you're cunty, you're cunty. Just own it.
I'll be honest with you.
Just own
For
it.
all the same reasons that Crystal mentioned, I don't like being friends with people. Just to make sure everyone's safe, just for my own happiness and things like that. I'm the same reason I'm like, don't talk to me, just leave me alone, let me do my own thing, because I fucking hate people.
But if you're just being yourself, then nobody's can hate
I don't like
you.
me. I'm not a big fan of myself, to be honest with you. I'm kind of an asshole. There's been a couple times I've been horrible to
No,
myself.
You're not. Well, I'm horrible to me, but I love people.
So early, I'm not sure if we talked about it on this podcast or when we were still trying to figure out the other one, where I mentioned to people how I read that book. I ate that book. I did not eat the book. I read the book. Eat, Pray, Love. And
we have talked about it.
I proceeded to get, I was reading it on the transit, so I was on the bus and on the subway reading it because a woman who I looked up to quite a bit said it's a great book to really understanding how women think and everything, and I was on a real reading kick, so I'm like, you know what? Sure, I'll give it a try. And the looks that I got from people, they were like, what the fuck are you reading, fat boy? Now, this is a time where I still had to wear a suit to work, so it wasn't as bad, but still, people just looked at me and they're like, hey, what are you, what, I'm queers or something? And it was bad. It was pretty rough, because people were like, you're weird for reading that book. And I'm like, I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? But I'll tell you
Dino.
what I realized after that book is, what the fuck are you thinking? Holy shit. It is some I read it and I'm going, if you have to think like this shit every day, fuck. It sucks. It is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why it's like...
But we're awesome. We're strong. We get through shit.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's a fucking paranoid fucking lifestyle. And it's not good. It's fucking
You guys have a lot of pressure, too. You guys have a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but we're
in
too
life, like
stupid to
be the
understand
man.
it.
But.
We're not smart enough to go, hey, I get what's happening. We go, oh, this seems okay. Like, we go out in the rain and we see thunder and lightning and we're going, or we hear thunder and see lightning and go, well, it's over there, it should be okay. Because we're idiots, okay? We're stupid. We go, well, it's not here, so it should be fine. No, it should be fine. So what's the big deal, right?
But you're sweet and simple.
That's why.
That's why I like men, because y'all are sweet and simple. I wish more women were like that.
You really don't. You don't,
so
because I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It's going to be crazy.
I hope to God that I'm not reincarnated as a woman, and I'm pretty sure that I would be into the fellas.
I'm wondering
Like,
why we're talking
if
about
I
your
came back
camping
as a
and that
man,
you
I'm
might die.
into
That's a weird thing. Like, yeah, I'm going camping. I might get reincarnated while I'm there, you know? Who knows? It's, there's a lot of bears in that area. There's some bears. Really big
Bears are cool.
raccoons.
I think I can make them my friends. Don't you think I can make them my buddies?
No, you can't. Nobody can make bears their friend, okay? You see a bear, run away. Serpentine, you serpentine away, because they can't turn well, okay? You serpentine. And you hold branches up, and you serpentine. You go both ways.
I'm going to start singing. I'm going to start singing like Snow White or something. La, 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 la.
Women get mauled by bear while singing the entire Frozen soundtrack, people. It was crazy times. Experts go on to explain, do not sing Frozen to bears. They won't like it. They will possibly rip you in half. Not a good thing.
I don't know Frozen.
What kind of woman are you, woman? No, I don't. That's inappropriate. That's not nice.
I'm a little old for Frozen.
No one's too old for Frozen. Just like How to Train a Dragon. Those are ageless classics. Actually, you know what? When I first, when we got Disney Plus, the first thing I did was watch The Sword and the Stone because I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Right, that's a cool one. That one I know. That one I know.
Wart. It's such a good movie. Blow Me to Bermuda. I would love to be able to be like, blow me to Bermuda. I think in this day and age that holds a different context though.
You should open with
because it's, blow me to Bermuda. Not appropriate necessarily on a plane with other people. Just saying. Yeah. That's kind of
no, it's fine. Maybe it means like give me head to Bermuda.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's inappropriate on a public plane. Okay, Crystal? That's not what you do. That's not what you do when people are around, Crystal. Okay?
Well, kids wouldn't comprehend it. It'd be like one of those adult puns. Like that movie has in it. You say it in a fun voice. So we're getting
taken off the internet tomorrow, and
no, you just gotta say it in a fun voice. Be like, "Blow me to Bermuda."
Oh God.
Did that sound like "Blow me to Bermuda"? Blow me to Bermuda.
So now we know why Crystal doesn't do impressions on the stage.
No, that was my new one.
And it got retired so quickly, people. So quickly. I'm just joking. I'm just being a dick. I'm sorry. That's not nice.
See,
this is. You know what the worst part is? It's dating. I think is very difficult, especially as you get older, because you worry. Like, okay, the older you get, the more crazy people are, right? And the problem is, you're like, how much crazy do I show? To be like, hey, I'm this much crazy. If you're this much crazy too, we can be both crazy at the same time, and it's okay.
I give it all up at first. I give it all up straight away, because I'm like, let's just be real.
Okay, so there's now. Okay, now are you trying to make his liver into foie gras? Okay, because you don't want to jam that shit down their throat. You want to just easily feed them. Okay, you don't want to just say, surprise first thing in the morning. That's not a good look. For most people.
No, I do it. No, people like how I wake them up.
Not that kind of podcast, Crystal. Okay, let's just keep it appropriate. No.
I'm trying to date Dino.
Listen. You know what? The way I see it, I think you should go have fun, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we will have a conversation on. When are you back? You back Monday?
Yeah.
So on Monday.
Well, Sunday night.
Sunday night. So
Sunday night.
Monday.
Because I have that podcast.
Right. So on Monday, we will have a podcast and we will discuss all the interesting facts about camping and how weird it got.
Oh my God.
And then we're still going to not say his name for the poor bastard, just in case things go shitty, okay? Because we're not those kind of people.
And his name is Mike, though. And remember, Mike McCarthy was my first boyfriend, the one that had the asthma attack and his nose started bleeding.
I'm like, please stop saying people's names. She's like, yeah, no problem. I'll stop saying please. Everyone's name's getting said. That's all right.
It's okay.
That's all right.
They're gonna love it. They're like, shout out to me.
Well, that's, you know what, realistically, we're all just talking shit at this point. Who knows? I don't.
Yeah.
This
is all not fictional.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm just enjoying doing these now at this point. It's just fun to talk to people. Well, no, because you know what? And not to be, well, a lot of people have been doing a lot of the Zoom comedy and everything. And you know what? Hey, I hope people are having fun with it. I watched some of it. I didn't find it very entertaining, and I didn't. And someone pointed out it's kind of hard to. Number one, comics, if they've seen your material, they tend not to laugh too. But they will. They might like it. They'll be like, "Wow, that's really funny," but they won't really laugh because they we're dead inside. But I'm like, you're gonna go to an open mic now with no audience, only comics who may or may not have heard your material, and they're gonna turn around and just that's your audience.
I'm going on one that my first one that I'm going on. This is going to be my first time that I'm doing this, and the first one that I'm going on is one that they purposely heckle you.
Some people just don't want to be loved. I don't know what to say.
I have issues. I do have issues. But I'm on it. I'm like, let's do this. And I write all the time because I'm like, that's what I do. Yeah. And my mind's always going. But so I've got lots of crap, but I don't have like anything worked out, because how can you when you're gonna, like, you have to wait to be heckled type thing. So I'm just gonna go with them. I'm gonna watch, because I'm going like 7th. So I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna heckle the fuck out of the hecklers. I'm gonna, because I'm good at doing, like, when I watched the other ones, I was like, I got them. I was like, all of them, I'm like, I had something quick. And you only get 5 minutes though, so you got to bring it. Yeah,
so that's tricky. Honestly, I've been having a hard time with doing just 5. Which so that sounded really conceited. That's not what I was saying. It's more so that I'm working on longer.
He's like, he wants to be passionate about it. Ew, and I just spat lettuce somewhere.
Her finger lettuce is going everywhere. Because I've been trying to write longer material, longer bits, just because then I'm like, I can do one, like a multiple layer bit for like a 10-minute set, and it's good. It's cohesive. It's a lot better. Whereas to do 5 minutes, you kind of just drop heat as quick as possible, like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
It's a whole other way of writing things out and creating a scenario. But yeah, heckling is weird. It's
I'm sitting. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm sitting on a solid, like, 45 minutes, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
I'm...
Like, I got a good set right now, and it just keeps expanding. Yeah. Like, and this weekend's gonna expand it, too, because it's kind of, like, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not talking about, like, my past and shit in it.
Oh, yeah?
So it's really kind of cool.
That's hard to develop, right? Yeah. Like, new material is always hard to develop.
It's a whole new set. Yeah, it's a whole new thing for me, and I'm really excited about it, because it's one of those things where you watch it, and if you can laugh at yourself over and over again every time, then you know it's good. Like,
no, absolutely.
And you tweak it a lot. Like, I tweaked it a bit, but I don't want to fuck with it too much. You don't want to fuck with it too much, you know? Because then you end up getting into it, and you mess it up.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the hard part, like, with all these kind of things, is when you're doing it, and you're just kind of like, I don't want to fuck it up or anything, but at the same time, it's you have to get that experience of doing it on stage so you can really perfect the art, right? And it's weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It will be completely different. Like, I say that I got a solid 45 minutes, and then watching it on stage, and I'm like, a yucks 3.
Well, so I was talking with somebody. They were asking me, like, how much material do you have? I said, I have lots of material, but for it to be cohesive and everything like that, it's trickier. And I'm like, for me, I have a bad problem where I forget where I am in my set. And I'm working on that right now, especially just to streamline it even better. But the problem is that at around 30 minutes, I'm kind of like, fuck, I forget what I was going to say. And because normally you want 45 minutes to an hour is really, and I've broken it up into like 2 separate half-hour sets, but I gotta write them out and really go through it, because some of them are weird.
And it's living, right? Yeah. It's living. I think like the more personal experience you can bring to it, and the more you become real with it, and you become like, I know mine's based on personal experience, so that's why I can say that. That's what kind of comic I am. But I'm going outside of that right now, and that seems to be working better, but with a lot of personal insight on it.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the more you can really be real.
But that's okay.
Then it's so much easier.
Oh yeah. But it's like there's two sides to it, right? Because remember, what comedians do is we exaggerate and embellish. We take a story, and sometimes you don't have to. That is,
and people do it different.
Oh yeah. But then what you do is you embellish here and there, you exaggerate, and you make it a cohesive story. Because the fact is, sometimes you'll hear people tell stories, and you're like, just shut the fuck up and tell me what happened, because it's just so bad. I make fun of my wife because she's not good at telling stories. And no offense to women, but there's a very big difference in how men tell stories and women tell stories, and it's hard to bridge that gap. And that's the thing is, women have an attention to detail that men don't have, and men have a lot of exaggerated gestures, and we were going and there was waves and things happening that essentially women don't really care about, whereas men are like, look at his hands, they look like waves, it's amazing, which is stupid, right? But that's why and that's like some of the things that you hear, you're going, okay, now I understand what it is that we're trying to do, and you kind of try and just piece things together and work them through, but it's not easy, and that's why it's so important to get that stage time, right? So hopefully, just make sure, if are they doing it on Zoom?
Yeah, and I got another one July 5th on Zoom too.
Awesome.
I'm not sure what that one's quite about, but it's with some guy in Washington, which I'm like, I wonder if it's like a setup. Because I research some really weird shit, and I say a lot of weird shit.
It's a Nigerian prince that lives in Washington. He's looking to...
and he wants to hang out.
Yeah, you just need to send him a few $1,000s and he'll be fine.
Ooh, maybe it's Donald Trump. I didn't look at the picture. I just saw Washington. So
we did have a request for somebody for us to talk about Trump, which I'm hesitant to do.
Oh yeah.
But
we've already done it too a little bit. But we don't who cares? I don't want to gossip about people. Like, people suck.
You know what? My honest
Trump's
opinion
an idiot,
is,
but you know what? He's a good.
he's
not corrupt.
Well, see, this is the thing is, he's corrupt in all, morally, he's very corrupt.
He's corrupt like everybody else.
Politically...
He's corrupt like you...
So but politically, not really. Not the same kind of thing, right?
He wants his country to be the best country ever, whereas they want to be the best political party ever.
It's more so...
to be honest.
He wants
a bragging rights.
He wants to make the country the best it's ever been for the bragging rights. That's what he wants. He doesn't want what's best for the country. He wants to be known for having brought out the best in the country. Yeah. That's the role, right?
He wants it because he wants to be the best leader of the country.
Yeah, he doesn't actually give a shit.
To be the best country in the whole entire world.
Yeah, I'm so amazing. I'm so amazing. You have no idea. They're so amazing. The pose, they're going to be amazing. We're going to have this arm on them. It's going to be great. It's stupid, right?
Oh, he's such a fucking idiot. I wish he wasn't such a fucking idiot.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem.
I wish they'd have somebody else. They need another candidate. Who? They need to bring back that Chelsea girl.
You have a murderer and a fucking senior citizen who can't keep his mind straight.
Know.
That doesn't make any sense.
They need to bring that Chelsea girl back. That army chick. This Chelsea girl, she was like an army she was awesome.
I have no idea.
And she was in the running on the Democratic Party, which the Democratic Party is pretty fucking
Tabard?
shady, and I think that's why they kicked her out.
Chelsea Tabard?
Something like that.
Tabard? Is that the...
I don't know.
Stop eating finger salad!
She has the critter. Well, fucking, you should have gave me time to eat my dinner.
Fuck that. That's not my fault. No. Bullshit here, okay? Listen, I asked you, I'm like, what time were you going to happen? She's like, 7:15, no problem. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I text her almost 7:15. At 7, I'm like, hey, what's up? We still good? And she's like, give me to 7:30. And I'm like, hey, no problem. I had to get the Jimmy eye for my wife. She's like, oh, so now it's going to be 7:30? Now it's going to be 7:30. I just had to get up so I could go get you coffee, and now it's going to an extra 15 minutes of doing fuck all, right? And now she's complaining that I didn't let her finish her dinner. God damn it! Eat faster! No, I'm just kidding.
Well, listen,
I don't really care.
I'm not the one that decided to go and get married, and I'm going in the bush. And I didn't even put condiments on my burger.
Well, I didn't say that you should exist, so fuck you. How about that? To infinity.
So about those Apple glasses. So about those Apple glasses, let's talk about other people's shit instead of our own for once.
Oh, by the way, a little hint with regards to the name conundrum that you have. Give him a different nickname, like Mikey, Michael. So it's simple.
I know. I was thinking about that, and I asked him his middle name, and I can't fucking remember.
No. Don't do middle name because it's weird. So like, does your stepdad go by Mikey or Michael or Mike? He goes by Mike.
Mike. He goes by Mike.
And then this guy, he goes by Mike as well?
Yeah.
Class him up. Call him Michael when you do it. There you go. That's how you do it. Oh, Michael. That's very hot.
Stop it. Stop.
That is definitely not what I had insinuated. That is, she took it out of my hands. I can't be held responsible for those actions. This is a 19+ viewing, just so everyone is very clear. We're not going to have...
This is a 19+ channel, just so everybody is very clear.
I don't even think people under 30 should watch this.
Children.
People under 30 maybe shouldn't watch this. It's going to wreck your psyche a lot. It's going to wreck your psyche a lot.
Oh, fucking hey. If you don't already have, yeah,
if you weren't dead inside before, you will be now, for sure. Am I loud? I'm really loud today again, aren't I? This is the problem. So if
I'm trying not to.
You're always so high. The problem is when I'm also high, this is not good. And I'm like just on the tail end of my edible, so I'm like, I'm okay, I'm easy peasy. I'm like doing the wave arms, I'm like, I'm just rolling with it, how it's gonna go. And she's like, oh yeah, how about this? And you're like, whoa, what happened there? That is not what we were talking about, Crystal. Come on, get it together.
I always smoke like the fattest joint too before we do these. Because it makes it so much more fun.
I had one person's like, yo, she's on something. I'm like, yeah, she did it, but she fucking hits a bong right while we're watching. They're like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm like, there you go. There you go. I would too. I just don't smoke inside, and I don't smoke weed. I cough a lot when I smoke weed, so edibles are my best friend.
I babysit all day too, and I don't smoke while I'm there. So when I do get home, I'm like,
children with no weed?
Like,
nah, that's a no-no. That's how you ruin your life. Children without weed? Yeah, that's because fuck, man.
No, this is what I do because I can't. I don't want to smoke in front of them. I have to read them Bible cards. They're little African little girls that I have to read Bible cards to. So, like, I can't, like, first of all, I don't know, like, their parents seem like they would not be cool if I smoked weed.
Yeah.
And, like, we have Bible study. Like, they don't have toys. We have to, like, I brought them chalks and stuff. And we do, like, hopscotch and alphabet games, and they're so freaking smart. Like, they're smarter than me. Like, we don't watch TV or nothing. We just play and do Bible study and stuff. And I'm there for, like, 12 hours.
So what's happened here is that somebody has hired a tutor for Crystal, and they're just little children that are trying to teach her. That's what's actually... They're like, read this to us! Learn something! And she's like, I'm babysitting. They're like, yeah, you're really babysitting. We're gonna go cook some dinner. You just sit here and try and read there.
I would totally buy that if they weren't 2 and 5.
That doesn't make it better. That makes it worse. It's a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old who are like, listen, this is how you do math, okay?
Oh my god, we totally made magic wands today, though. I brought over craft stuff when we made magic wands.
Oh, that reminds me. I have a close friend of mine. Her son has his birthday coming up. I gotta drop. I'm making a card for him for his birthday. Fuck, I gotta get to that. This is the problem, is that it's not like I do anything all day anyway, but still I find that I'm behind the clock on certain things just because I'm like, oh, I really want to do that, but I'm like, that's a lot of work. And then I become lazy like an asshole. It's not good.
Dino, what about your dimples?
Those still rocking it. I got one here, I got one here, and then I got these are disappearing because my beard keeps on growing. So maybe I should trim my beard again. I don't know. And
he's got the boobs.
That's
boobs.
okay.
I'm sorry, I keep calling them.
They're called pecs, and I can bounce them. Da, 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 da.
Pecs.
I don't think you can see them on the camera. No, you can't see shit on the camera. So that's okay.
Ladies, he does bachelorette parties.
No, I definitely don't. I do counseling though for heartbreak. That's what I do. As long as my wife lets me.
Aww.
No.
So if my heart gets broken this weekend, then you're gonna counsel me?
Oh, sure. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it to no end until you're like, fuck, man, they're pieces of shit anyway. And I'm like, that's the spirit. No, it's... See, this is the problem. Is
He's probably gonna dump me after he sees these videos anyway.
Listen, the way I see it is that...
I'll give him such a fantastic time.
No! How about
rod,
this?
right?
Don't give him sex and show him a fantastic time. That's what you should do, okay?
I'm not going to give him sex. I'm not going to because I'm really scared about it.
Okay.
Like, it's really freaking me the fuck out.
Listen, there are bugs out there and everything. Like, this is not a controlled environment. It's a bad idea, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing this out there. People...
Oh, I've had sex in the forest lots. I just
everyone has had sex in the forest. It's not about that. It's more so for your first foray into intimacy with a person. You don't want to be competing with the sound of bears, okay? But trust me, the sound of bears humping is not a sound you can top because it is hot. I don't know if it's hot. I've never heard of fucking bear.
Either have I, but I really want to now. We should totally watch some National Geographic.
No, fuck that. Uncle Buck. That's what we're going to watch. Uncle Buck. That's what we should.
Uncle Buck? I want to look up National Geographic. Bears humping.
This has gone out of control, okay, people?
No, it hasn't.
This is what happens.
We still got good... We got a good 20 minutes. Let's fucking do it, Dino.
Fuck it. 20 minutes? Are you kidding me? I barely made enough. I made enough jokes today. This is craziness. But yeah, I think you should.
You jokes.
I made lots of jokes. I made people laugh. I made wave arms like 6 times. It was fantastic.
Oh my God. Speaking of people, thank you everybody so very much for wanting to hang out with us and liking us and stuff. Do you know we have almost as many followers as like my page has had on our Morning Motivational Rant.
Yeah.
And we did better than like some of the comedians that I like and subscribe to for their first videos. So for everybody like wanting to watch us and hang out, fucking you guys rock. And thank you. Okay, National Geographic.
I think you guys are losers, to be honest with you, but we're pretty cool people, so I'm okay with you wanting to watch. But mostly they're probably watching for Crystal. I think they turned me onto audio and then want to watch your video. And they're like, here, this fat guy starts talking, but there's a girl.
They don't.
Because I'm just like,
they hear this. They hear this, they're like, and they're like, fuck that, I'm out.
The funny, you know what?
Bears having sex.
And,
I'm looking up bears having sex.
Don't show it on your camera. Do not show it on the camera. We don't know how much that'll cost, and we have no money.
No, we want to listen to it. Anyways,
I don't think we can listen. I don't think we can listen to it either, to be honest with you.
Why not?
I don't know.
There's one called Bear Lovin'.
That is definitely. I really feel like she's gonna pull up.
10 seconds.
It's gonna be a picture of.
There's kids in the background. Never mind. I don't want to play that.
Definitely not what you want. Okay, listen. When you type in bears sexing, the problem is that usually it alludes to very different terminology. Some would
I totally just did it.
That's gonna be two hairy fat guys fucking. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what that's gonna be. It's gonna be 2 hairy fat guys fucking, and you're all like, "Why are there kids in this?" And it's like, no, you don't want that on your computer, people. That is bad. That's a bad idea.
Fuck, Dino, I just had that on my tablet. Way to go.
So Crystal's gonna be gone for a couple weeks. She's gonna be arrested for looking up inappropriate things on the internet.
Oh God. If they were going to arrest me, they would have done it by now, trust me. Like, you've seen the shape of my body. Every time I watch porn, I'm like, hey, she looks like me. I click on it and I'm like, fuck, nope. She's like, 12. No. I'm kidding. No.
Oh, so that's going to be our last episode ever. We had a great time with everyone. Fuck.
Thanks everybody for coming.
You know what? I'll be honest. There's certain words that I try and eliminate in my life.
It's because I don't have curves.
I try not to say words like idiot or stupid or shut up. But shut the fuck up, woman! What are you, crazy? People are gonna watch this. We had you know what? Our first episode, we had like 103 views, which I can't thank you guys enough. It's awesome. I hope you were entertained, and I hope to keep on entertaining you.
Look, everybody, see?
Holy sound! God damn it! We are getting in so much trouble off this shit. Oh my God. And you know what? I'm like, this will be better when it's live. It's going to be insane is what's going to happen.
Everybody just saw that I'm wearing PJ pants. Well, it's morning. It's okay.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. We have nighttime pajamas, we have daytime pajamas, we have work pajamas at this point, we have evening pajamas for fancy dinners.
Okay. People, I have to be honest, it's nighttime pajamas because it's nighttime and I'm tired and I'm going to go to bed after this.
I had to work all day. God damn it. She's like, I had to learn how to read.
I was doing Bible study.
Did it light out a fire when you touched your hands? What is that, a Bible?
I'm learning how to run my own cult. So far, I got 2 followers.
Oh. You know, it's when you talk about certain things and you say to yourself, hey, that should be entertaining. And then you hear it all that and you're like, no, that's not going to work at all for anybody. We're going to get in a lot of trouble.
I don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't think about it. Just join the cult. It'll be fine. What's the big deal? Oh, my God.
I'm trying to liberate people. I want people to feel liberated.
I want people to go back inside. Okay. Go back inside. You are not worth liberating. I am going to serve our robot overlords into the future, but everyone else should stay inside and stay unliberated, okay? This is a pandemic.
We serve you Optimus Prime. Dino, at the count of 3. We
serve you at Optimus Prime. Absolutely. Yes. Optimus Prime.
Definitely. Thank you.
It's the Father, the Son, and Optimus Prime. Absolutely.
Yep.
But you know what? It's a weird time that we're living in because we're trying to make everything better, and at the same time, it seems like we're making things so much very worse. And it's very weird, because like so like where I have a house in Greece where my father's from. We were fortunate enough to be able to build something, and we stay there when we go. And even there, like it used to be a very small village. Like my dad always says how growing up, there was one car in the village. It was a taxi, so half the time it wasn't even there. But it was just like horse-drawn carriage and stuff growing up. Like that was the 50s. It was like the rural Greece. And for them, like, they would hear world politics and they're like, who gives a shit? I have fields to take care of. It doesn't really matter. And that's the thing is, a lot of the times, like, where everyone's trying to focus on, like, globalization and everyone is everywhere and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, how about this? You know what? I'm just going to go into the garden and fucking grow some shit for my family to eat. And everyone else can just fuck off. Because I'm just, like, people's safety is now, like, this is getting crazy outside. And at the same time, we're all still in a pandemic. It's like, oh, this is going to be great. This can't get any worse. And that's when it gets really bad. Fun times. Great.
Fun times. I was listening to because you said news, and I'm like, Dino, dude, I don't watch TV. I don't like other people's opinions, I guess. Like, I don't listen to...
A woman that doesn't like other people's opinions. Folk. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Women are known for listening to people's opinions.
I like their opinions. I want to hear their opinions, but I don't like I hate watching the news and stuff. Oh, yeah. Like, it's all these people trying to preach what they think, and I guess that's kind of what we're doing. But I'm not preaching it. You don't have to agree with me at all. Please don't, actually. You probably shouldn't.
Oh no! Well, see, like, okay, there's I'm not sure if you.
Other than be nice to each other.
Absolutely. Oh, come on. You know what? A little bit of kindness costs you nothing. But we'll touch on that in a few minutes.
It's wonderful.
Well, this is the thing is like I started watching one show that it had a fairly independent view of politics, and I was watching it. I was pretty interested. Excuse me, but. Sorry, I just burped and hiccuped at the same time. So it's like all sorts of nasty right now. Just give me a second.
Better to burp and taste it than fart and waste it.
That's pretty true. But I also have farted, so they're going to hear it on my camera. You didn't hear it, so because I'm wearing headphones, so that works out pretty good. Yeah, a couple times you see me like, yeah, I'm farting. That's what's happening. I have no shame. But so
I got finger salad and you're farting.
I'm farting. She's finger salad. This has been Morning Motivational Rant.
Woo!
Those are the worst nicknames ever. The farter and finger salad. Because your finger salad really sounds inappropriate when I think about it. But I have to admit, the Oshawa...
Oh my God, yes.
I'm just saying is that a reused water bottle, a cold burger, and a finger salad being called the Oshawa Special is definitely a joke I'm using in Oshawa. There's no question. 'Cause that is the fucking balls. I love that. And I'm going to say, I was on a podcast with somebody and they said they refilled their water and were eating a cold burger and eating salad with their fingers. I said, that sounds like an Oshawa Special. And I'm pretty sure
It's not a reused water bottle. Why do you keep saying that? Like,
it goes better for the joke. That's all.
I know, but it's super fresh and I'm getting self-conscious about it. I'm going to start making fun of your turtle.
Look at me. I'm a treasure trove of things to make fun of. Are you kidding me?
I picked turtle. Turtle.
Turtle. Do I not make the qualifications? No, that was a horrible movie.
Anyways, I love fucking Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Carvey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Absolutely.
It's a weird time that we're living in. That's for fucking sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on, but at the same time, it is pretty exciting. There's some wild things happening. I don't know.
There's some really odd things happening.
I'm just excited.
in the world
I
today.
can't wait to get a comment when this video airs. So we're right now we're recording about a week in advance, right? And I just can't wait for someone to be like, "Oh my God, I was camping last weekend and I heard some girl scream Crystal when and it was like, oh, Crystal!" Like it was, but in a girl's voice. And he'll be like, "Holy
like,
shit, I was camping."
Crystal!
Yeah.
I can't scream that. My grandpa's sleeping. And I just totally hollered my own name like I can't.
That is the fucking best thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like everyone's sleeping and all of a sudden they hear Crystal go, "Crystal!" And you're like, someone's having a great time tonight, apparently. The podcast went really well tonight, didn't it, Crystal? It's like, oh, my wife's gonna get pissed. She'd be like, "Why was Crystal screaming her name through the whole podcast?" I'm like, "I don't know. She's a weirdo. She's from Oshawa. I don't know. White people do weird crackers do weird things. She's straight up honky. I don't know. It's fucking weird, man."
Fucking weird.
See, and this is why it gets inappropriate, people.
This is why this whole channel is 19 plus.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. It's a weird time we're in right now.
I can't believe I keep doing it. I keep still leaning over the computer like this as if I could see what your t-shirt.
Listen.
I know you read it to me and I keep still watching.
Listen. It's not just that, but you keep on doing the whole into the screen too.
Oh my God.
So every time
I was trying to watch the video.
I get into a rant, and all of a sudden Crystal realized, because we use camcorders on each side, and essentially you turn the screen to you so you can see what it looks like. But then you have a chance to look at the camera like I'm doing right now, and you get to go, how do I look in this light? I look fantastic. I'm quite
You
straight.
do it too, though.
Of course I do. I'm a whore. Are you kidding? I look at you going, "Hey,
So
looking pretty good there, guy."
you do.
Nice. Very nice.
You do.
I do, absolutely.
You do.
Well, no, because but I do it.
I do. I've seen you look at it.
yeah.
You're like,
Oh, yeah. I do it specifically because I'm like, I don't want to show everyone how bald I am right now. Okay? Because I'm wearing these headphones so much that it's like rubbing a line
He's
right in my
admitting
fucking,
it,
it's just going
everybody.
like this, rubbing my forehead. So
he's admitting it.
no, I'm losing my fucking hair. I don't care. That's why it's all this.
No, but like a few podcasts ago, because we're filming a little bit ahead of time, he was kind of in denial and he did one of these and he's like, "You see?" And he's like, "I'm not quite losing it that bad."
Yeah. I know how bad I'm losing it. It's fucking horrible.
You're like, "I still got this. I still got this."
I still got a little bit. I still got a little tuft right here. It's my friend. This is Steve. Steve's a cool guy. He hangs out. He always tells me, "Listen, when you think you're down and out, I still got this, so fuck you guys, okay?" That's how that works.
Just get some of that shaken powder stuff.
No, I don't give a shit. This is the problem. I don't give a shit. People are like, "You're bald." And I'm like, I don't care. I have more hair on my ball sack. Go fuck yourself. It doesn't matter.
When are you gonna do the Vin Diesel?
I don't know. Probably soon.
Ooh, and then can you talk like him? Can you talk like him? If you get the Vin Diesel
No,
haircut?
I have a weird voice. It's kind of in the middle somewhere, so I can go pretty deep. Like I can be like, ladies, how you doing tonight, right? But
That was awesome.
yeah, but I can't really do it.
Ladies, how you doing?
Please never do that again as an imitation of me. What the fuck was that? She's like, hello, ladies. What's happening with you tonight? I'm like, what the fuck did I do? See, I'm looking at me doing this, and I'm like, wait, did I have a stroke? Did I not realize how I fucking look in this camera? God damn it. All right. That's just about all the time we're going to do for today. Because I'm going to pull my fucking face off and then shoot myself in my bald head. I'm going to shoot myself in my bald fucking head. Thanks a lot, Krista, for pointing it out. I really appreciate it. What are we going to say for today? You know what?
Something motivational.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you rocking as long as you're rocking it.
Definitely not. That is not the case. There's a lot of shit going down. I'm going to say this. Rudeness can go fuck itself. If you want to be rude to now that things are starting to slowly open up, if you want to be rude to somebody in retail or customer service or in restaurants, go back to 2019 and fuck the wall. That's my message to you.
If you're going to be rude to retail people report it, and I will come and find them and take care of them for you.
Well, you know what? This is the thing: is being rude and hating are costly on everyone's side. The person giving the hate and the person receiving the hate. It's a very expensive exchange that benefits no one. Whereas a kind word, a smile, a bit of patience costs you nothing. And that's what we have to keep in mind: is that hearing people out, giving people time to speak as well, on both sides. And that's not me trying to be supportive of people who are grievously wrong. It's more so that we have a bad habit of waiting to speak instead of listening to what people are saying. And by taking the first step of listening, we can actually affect change slowly, but we can affect change. And that's why it's those things, they don't cost you anything. Smile, be kind to the person beside you. Not too kind, still social distance, but actually those things are free. And they will always be free, and they are what will keep us going. Because, like I said before, we're not acting like we're in this together. We're acting like we're all alone. And the only way we're going to survive this is by being together and breaking down these walls that have been either never broken down or keep growing back. One of the two, but we know that they're wrong. And now they're in the forefront, and it's a call to action. We just need to make sure it's the right course of action and not trying to destroy everything for the sake of destruction, but to destroy what needs to be destroyed so that we can do it in the name of progress and moving forward. I think that's about it.
Absolutely. That was awesome, Dino.
Thank you. Don't clap for me. I don't need your pity. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope it means something for everybody.
It. That was awesome. That was nice.
I need everyone's
I take
likes.
your motivational stuff.
Well, you know what, guys? Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. If you have any feedback, we're happy to accept it. Please feel free to comment. We encourage it. Don't hesitate to let us know if you want us to discuss a certain subject or not, or if you just like what we're doing. We'd love to hear from you. And but you can
we want to chit chat.
Exactly. Where can we find you, Crystal?
You can find me on YouTube at Simply Me and Morning Motivational Rant. And you can also find me at Crystal on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter.
Absolutely.
And Dino.
So for me, you can find me here on Morning Motivational Rant, as well as Dino the Genetic Marvel on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Maybe there's a bison song, like one of those concerts. I might come. I don't know. You can find me all sorts of places.
It is. It's going to be. Here comes the plump.
But they're going to have to do it like 4 times because I take a long time to walk up to the thing. Anyways, that's been us, guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay motivated. Keep going forward every one day at a time. And we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.